and heartbreak.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's... I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being...
A Trigger Sunshine.
Trigger is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Into the wild pale yonder, in the past, way out in the west. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead, ask me more questions. You fucking love questions. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. Go ahead, Cobbo. There is nothing funny about jokes. A killer. Go ahead. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you don't. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. Because you have. Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along. Sure, Lobo. I can ask you, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are. Sure, looking at my face, motionless.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Looking at my face. You're a lying sack of shit, Coppo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. Do I remind you?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure I got out of that one, Coppellini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
The material appears to be ceramic, delicate, and these are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly the cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later, Coppo. Amuse your...
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes back into focus. And
so, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have...
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of dead.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
I agree.
His personality is no longer
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
but there is no breath to...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists. The delicate... These are clearly...
Indeed.
Oh, the lieutenant uses its...
Ceramic plate. Piece by piece. We should keep...
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect...
No, I think...
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them complete.
Fucking talking about...
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here. But a small bell-like sound fills the air. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic...
Faint, like whirls of floorboards. If trees were made of... The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate... The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the hang. This is...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries. No, you're right. The harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. They use whatever was on hand here, without paying it.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch, that's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot...
Yeah, now it's...
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
Silence. With his... and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is...
He's gonna fucking miss!
The chick's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts.
God damn it.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim... Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is. Us shooting... Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view now the slow movement of the branch in the...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. Then, the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before, it looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information...
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Yes. And though...
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it. That's just what it's like. It ain't easy, but you do it. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, are you rich? That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? That's right. Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gossamer state. That is Revachol. You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Hello again, officer. Down? Do you...
Absolutely gone.
Oh, right. Can you tell me, since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need? Wild pines?
Yes, a representative.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one doctor on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss. No prop down?
Absolutely.
Oh, can you tell me when you've taken...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? All right. Help.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom. What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Guard. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else? No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench, and... Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Me neither.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Yes, I know.
This exact conversation has happened before.
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and showed us your badge. I don't need a... Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck." I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your prod. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me up. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. No, I was actually flattered.
There's a pause. You can almost...
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place, so I left without explaining. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
You hear a sigh of relief.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Yes, guess what's yours? Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go? No you don't. Come on, you'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Wow, okay, fuck off. Maybe we... theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexual. The sentiment.
Hello again, sweetie. I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear. I just wish I...
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. The trash...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. Thank you anyway.
Yes. Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Yes. Wait, what? But what about the... Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was...
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie, even when...
A tender type of hope.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or... Yes, have a lot. For the room and broken window? Yes.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner.
I can see that.
The bed is...
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
rolled out of his open hand. You see, the man does not...
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Congratulations. You've seen the future. Now, if you excuse me again, officer. That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics. How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Good. For one, I can get some Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from...
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can...
We are the workers, the union. We know what we need, what's right for us. Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about...
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head... Lonesome, long way home.
Welcome to
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and... The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says...
Oh. That...
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She knows the photo, an ambrotype. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... No response. Wherever this woman is, your words, nothing. Her smile.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to... Why? I just told you why.
The woman still has...
Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather, every school of thought and government has failed in the city. But it's men like you who keep Revachol div.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder.
Oh, come on, man, I just said...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't be... But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular.
Whatever you say, office. Oh man, God damn.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
It's about... Not. I'm not the only one. Look, people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can... Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease the problem?
Cultural victory? What is this then? Oh?
Don't push your luck, Runt.
up here, Piggo. The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent.
The streets will not flow red with...
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs. Can't you tell? I'm painting. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, most people write on a... We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so... This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Yeah? Thanks.
She means the opposite. The lieutenant is desperately searching for a handkerchief. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell. The woman on the boat does.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an eye.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Yes, we should go talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us... You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid.
Good idea, piggies. Run along. I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
The lieutenant is desperate.
That Ozon her. Someone's got to keep an...
Oz...
Yeah, you...
Good...
The lieutenant...
That Ozon her. Someone's got to... Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon. Watch...
A striking woman.
Good afternoon, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be... Dayton, my maiden name. I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual...
There's a trace of irony in him.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up...
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued. It's for crossing...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Before you do, it will be pertinent to ask other questions. Gather more info on this boat of hers.
Officer,
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Qualified pleasure craft operator. so charming.
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished one.
Actually, you don't. The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation. It's one of the foundation. It's a law that keeps Revachol what it is, in limbo.
Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
Of course.
The woman is silent. Smile. The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pale and its exotic financial derivatives. It is a step. The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Yes, but please don't call me that. Joyce is much more efficient. My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. My sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator?
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive...
Your synapses flesh. Yep, that's the stuff.
I assure you, they drove quite the hard bargain for this space. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my long... Oh my, the E-word. You mean...
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier...
Then what does that... 33... Yes. Anyway. Oh my, the E-word. You mean...
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs...
Then what does that say? 33A? Yes. Anyway. Good. What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competence, and that is the terminal.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it's... They started as an centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system... You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8... We built this...
We. There it...
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Before Martin... A company getaway. For a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. quite a few The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear.
She must have been suspecting something.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
Silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something...
You're doing it.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is... Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff. Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. Everyone can see that. So tell me, Do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months. No, if there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim... What I propose is, we ask her, Then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using
ingredients for
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union... yes.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorry. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. How do you think they're...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many...
With all due respect, precisely. Smuggled out... Yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing in the meantime. Until you come up with something at that intersection.
She simply nods.
Of course.
Logic error.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
There must be another way into the building.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Where? There? Those are old. These bullets were fired during the Revolution, over half a century ago. They do not warrant it. Not much. I don't have a fresh...
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No, God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsor's ball. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight. The nervous system calibrating until you and the ball have merged. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. Or an embodiment of pure motion. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of... It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was...
What the hell is your problem? You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Will this... No!
Thank you, officer. This is really something Honestly?
Mon Dieu. All right.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the... In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. I know the kind. Gaston.
Oh, René.